Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. By the way, I wanted to mention before I get going, iTrustCapital iTrustCapital Private Equity has been added to the Link2 platform. Link2, who's got this Twitter feed that's going nuts recently, where they're doing all kinds of neat tweets and graphics and videos that they've been putting up. They put up the ultimate Ripple investor starter pack. So they got Ripple private equity, but they've also got iTrustCapital. Now, for those of you that don't know, recently iTrustCapital completed their migration to Fortis Bank for their custody. So that is complete as of a couple of days ago, I think. But iTrustCapital, for me, is my favorite place that I have crypto, and the reason is because through my IRA, I have access to something we don't have access to when we're just investing in our regular accounts or on a ledger. We don't have access to institutional grade custody, and so that is what Fortis Bank is doing for them. They moved the assets from Fortress over to Fortis Bank. But by the way, in the description of all my videos, there is I think it's a link where you can, and maybe it's a code where you can go and you can, it's either, I think they either give you $100 or $200. I think it's $100 when you open an iTrustCapital account. So go in the description. And then if you're interested in looking at iTrustCapital private equity, go to link2.com, linqto.com, or download the app. Check this out. At least 40 billionaires own Bitcoin. Check this out. Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison. Don't know who that third guy is. CZ Binance. Eric Schmidt from Google. Don't know that guy. Let's see. Ray Dalio. Steve Cohen. Brian Armstrong. Peter Thiel. Stan Druckenmiller. The Digital Asset Investor, who's not a billionaire, owns some Bitcoin too. Just not a lot. A lot of XRP though. Unleashing the power of AI on the XRP ledger. Ripple is excited to announce, Ripple X is excited to announce new funding track dedicated to AI-powered projects. Apply for XRPL grants now and be a part of building on the cutting edge of blockchain innovation. So they're going to be funding AI companies, AI startups that are going to incorporate the XRP ledger. Love it. Uh-oh. You're going to have to put this in the All the World's a Stage file. I'm not saying I think this. I'm just telling you what Black Swan Capitalist is saying here. I encourage you to dive into my article on the SEC's true motives behind the Ripple lawsuit. Was it staged? Absolutely. It's him talking, not me. Here's one reason, though it's far from the only one. As I dig deeper in the SEC and the institutions they represent, the true motivation behind the Ripple lawsuit becomes clear. This isn't just an American issue, it's a geopolitical one. And if you understand the technology, then you'll know XRP isn't just any currency. It has the potential to act as a cross-border global reserve settlement currency, very similar to how the dollar operates. Interestingly, look, isn't that the reason we're all here, folks? I mean, look, I've seen a lot of people lose faith and all because more time passed than they had anticipated. I'm not one of those people. I've been here since 2013, and I know what I hold, and I am one of those people that I believe that this, well, I'm not going to go any further than that. I'll just say Ripple's no ordinary company, and XRP is no ordinary digital asset. And that's as far as Forrest Gump says. That's all I'm going to say about that. The SEC has until October 7th to appeal. What price will XRP be on October the 8th? Good question. This is a great clip right here. These people are from the DTCC. When you hear DTCC, you hear derivatives, you hear all the money.
So as one famous Bostonian once said, the institutions are coming, right? And we're starting to see progress where more certainty in the market is helping institutional adoption, such as the approvals of FIT21, other instruments, both ETH and Bitcoin, spot ETFs. Those have been super helpful in pushing the movement forward. It just shows you there's pinned up demand. It is pushing through. There's a couple of things that are a little bit different about this. This is the first time in our history where we've seen actually retail lead and institutional follow, but the certainty that we're getting right now from the regulatory and the legal framework is helpful and will continue. Both ETH and Bitcoin, spot ETFs, those have been super helpful in pushing the movement forward. It just shows you there's pinned up demand. It is pushing through. There's a couple of things that are a little bit different about this. This is the first time in our history where we've seen actually retail lead and institutional follow, but this.
Okay, retail lead. Look at this. Sean Diddy Combs is moved to the same jail unit as former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. I'm sure he's telling him to buy Solana. This was a clip from Ray Fuentes, who went to I don't know what the conference was called. Interesting clip that Ray Fuentes, and by the way, go to Ray helped me with some work a while back, and I told him I would mention his channel some. I'm not showing this clip because I told him this, but I told him I would mention his channel every once in a while. It's part of what he helped me on. Go to Ray, just type in Ray Fuentes on YouTube, and he's got a new YouTube channel he's doing. He's doing a lot of good stuff. And of course, I don't know who Digital Outlook is, but you can go follow Ray Fuentes on X as well.
The US dollar, we know, is being devalued at a rapid pace globally. Most central banks are dumping the dollar in favor of another tier one asset, and that's gold. And with respect to BRICS, they have literally
look, what this guy's saying in this clip, I saw a tweet earlier today and I was like, that looks like what the plan was all along. I think that these stable coins are for the sole purpose of propping up the dollar and propping up treasury bills.
Oh, and now
and so he's saying the dollar's dead. I think that he needs to take a closer look at stable coins.
You had Saudi Arabia, Argentina, and major oil producing states that were allies of the Western world. Henry Kissinger went out, worked out the petrodollar deal with Saudi Arabia that no oil would be sold unless it was in U.S. denominated transactions. That's gone.
Yeah.
That's gone. What a lot of folks don't really realize, because a tsunami of that hasn't hit our shores yet, is that the world reserve currency status of the U.S. dollar right now, yes, it's the biggest kid on the block presently, but it is slowly being absolutely cut at the knees. And if you took Jim Rickards and other major economists, they are going to come out and flat out tell you that the dollar is dead. We just have not had the funeral yet. The U.S. dollar, we know, is being...
Okay. And then here is Christine Lagarde talking about the digital euro.
The digital euro is on the move. Yesterday, the Governing Council of the ECB approved the opening of the preparation phase. It will be a journey, and we will walk the journey together with the legislator. All European institutions will be involved to make sure that Europe is equipped with the currency of the future. I just want to clarify that my main message today is that we must be ready for change and prepared to use the flexibility of our frameworks as necessary. And to ensure future stability, our approach must continue to embody stability without rigidity. The goals of monetary policy are not going to be changed. But those transformations are going to have a serious impact on monetary policy transmission.
All right. Now, before I show you this, Gary Gensler and the SEC commissioners are in front of the Congress today. Before I show you this, I want to mention how disgusted I am. I watched, this is, I don't even know which guy it is, Sessions, what's his name? Pete Sessions from Texas. Man, I'll just read what I said. I mean, it was just, I wanted to throw up listening to this guy question Gary Gensler. Am I the only one that wants to vomit listening to these soft-back wussy congressmen handling Gary Gensler with kid gloves? It's guys like this that have gotten us into this mess. The Gary Genslers of the world laugh at guys like this when they leave. They proceed with their ruthless political agendas, knowing that all they have to deal with is the softball throwing wimps like this. It's time the good guys play ball as ruthlessly as the bad guys. And that's how, look, Gary Gensler's the master at trying to make himself appear to be just this nice guy. He's a ruthless political hack that works for ruthless politicians. And these guys let him come in there and they treat him like, oh, well, we need to have a certain level of decorum. The decorum should have gone out the window a long time ago. At some point, you have to recognize these ruthless pieces of garbage like Gary Gensler and fight them the way they need to be fought.
Agriculture and Financial Services Committee sent you a letter about the regulatory treatment for Ether, the native token of the Ethereum blockchain. In the letter, we expressed concern the SEC is using different terms to describe digital assets. This includes crypto tokens, crypto security tokens, crypto asset securities, digital asset securities, and digital asset securities that are investment contracts. Does the SEC differentiate between crypto tokens and tokenized securities?
Whether anyone...
To be honest, I just can't listen to this. Listen to it on your own. He makes me want to throw up. Now, here's what we're going to talk about in DAIXRP.com. I've seen enough now. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you a continuation of what I showed you in the last video, but you're not going to believe this one. You're not going to believe what these criminals have tried to do. When you finish watching this clip, you're going to realize just why things haven't made any sense for the last 5 to 10 years. There are really evil forces that are working to destroy this country from the inside. And I'm going to show you who they are. I'm going to further show you who they are and show you exactly the treasons that they've committed. We're going to show you that, but here's the good news. I've seen enough now, and I believe that there have been good guys tracking them all this time that have them dead to rights and have the evidence. I think they have it all. I think they have everything. I think that's why you're seeing the continued attempts on X47, but we'll talk about all this in DAIXRP.com. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.